What is up, my friends? It is Wednesday evening and you are very welcome along to today's transfer news roundup. There isn't going to be too much on Florian Wirtz in this video other than a small update from Paul Joyce, but there is still a lot to talk about. Milos Kerkez, has his medical been booked in? We're going to let you know in the next few minutes. Then we're going to speak about some potential outgoings. Joe Gomez, Cody Gakpo, Harvey Elliott and Luis Diaz, as well as Federico Chiesa, all linked with moves away. We're going to discuss that over the next few minutes. You know the score. I want to know your thoughts. So let me know in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button on both here and, of course, the Anfield Agenda Clips channel if you'd be so kind. I will be back tonight, 8:45. We'll be keeping a little eye on what's going on in Germany as well with Florian Wirtz. But until then, let's get stuck into the news. We're going to start off with Empire of the Cop saying that Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Burnley, Everton, Leeds, Newcastle, Sunderland and West Ham, so loads of clubs, are interested in signing Joe Gomez in this summer transfer window. I really wouldn't be looking to push Joe out the door at all. If Joe wants to move on, fair enough. But what this piece said is that Liverpool will be looking for about £25 million for Joe. So let me know what you guys think about that one in the comments. For me, if you lose Joe Gomez, you're losing 1.5 players because of the versatility that he covers across the back line. So £25 million, will he be a hell of a player to replace? So let's hope we have somebody up our sleeves. Now let's move on to Fabrizio Romano speaking about Milos Kerkez, and he said Liverpool and Bournemouth are finalising a deal for Milos Kerkez with one more round of talk scheduled to get over the line. As we mentioned as well, personal terms already agreed. But Graham Bailey thinks a little bit different, and we'll move on to that in a second. He thinks it's even further along, and we'll get to that in one moment. But before I do, a bit of an update from our side. I did just get a notification to let me know that Liverpool have no interest in Rafa Leão. I've been trying to find out about that over the last 24 hours since the links to the man from AC Milan, and I can say to you today that you don't need to either be concerned about or be excited about, but Liverpool have no interest in signing Rafa Leão in this summer window as things stand. Let's move on to Paul Joyce speaking about Luis Diaz. This is really getting confusing because this piece said Liverpool are not looking to sell Luis Diaz despite Saudi speculation. And we're going to go a little bit further than that. Some other articles are suggesting that Liverpool, well, are kind of caught off guard by this. Lewis Steele said, would Liverpool sell Luis Diaz at the right price, and if replacements were sourced, then it's a possibility. I would say at this stage, this one is probably leaning towards Diaz staying. But if Al Nassr or Barcelona step up their interest, that could change very quickly. On top of that, Paul Joyce has said that Liverpool have no plans to open talks with Diaz, who has 2 years left on his existing deal and will turn 29 halfway through next season. This one is really confusing because Diaz put out his statement, his girlfriend put out her statement, both of them leaning towards an exit. Then we heard that Al Nassr had been given the go-ahead to make the offer of €85 million with the central funding. So I don't know on this one, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want Luis Diaz to leave personally, but all signs seem to suggest that offers are going to be coming in. So let's see how Liverpool deal with them when they do come in. Now, Harvey Elliott. So what we do know about Harvey Elliott is, like I've said many times, he will be departing Liverpool this summer. This piece here from The Telegraph said that Harvey Elliott is also expected to leave Anfield this summer with a number of Premier League clubs intent on signing him. And I don't blame them. I'm still a little bit frustrated that we didn't see more of Harvey Elliott at Liverpool under Arne Slot, but I know he can do a job on the Premier League. I know he could play at the top level. So keep an eye on the likes of Newcastle. They've been linked in the past. I wouldn't be surprised maybe if Fulham re-enter the conversation, but Liverpool with a valuation there of between 40 and 50 million pound on Harvey Elliott. So let me know what you think on that one. Somewhere between 1.5 and 4 million pound, I think, is what Liverpool paid for Harvey. And now, as you can see, they're looking to get tenfold the increase there if they sell him. Milos Kerkez, as we mentioned, Graham Bailey said Liverpool have agreed a £40 million deal with Bournemouth to sign Milos Kerkez. And on top of that, he said, I'm told that Liverpool have agreed all aspects of a deal for Kerkez. His medical is booked in and they hope the deal will be concluded by this weekend. So, as we've said, we always promise you 3 signings, folks, about 3-4 weeks ago. Frimpong, Kerkez, Wirtz, and all 3 of them are going to be done. And I would say done within the next 3 to 5 days, all of them. Now we move on to potential outgoings, and this piece here coming from Italy, said that Federico Chiesa has reached a verbal agreement with AC Milan over a return to Italy. Now, we do know that his future's up in the air. Arne Slot said that he will definitely be here at the start of next season, definitely be a Liverpool player. Chiesa himself recently has said it's kind of a bit up in the air. We know that there's interest in Italy. He spoke about the fact that he left Juventus because Thiago Motta told him that basically he wasn't in his plans. We know Napoli have been interested, AC Milan, and I think there's another couple of clubs as well. So let's wait and see what happens. But it is weird. This is a window where I've been discussing probably 10 to 12 players that could potentially leave in this window when we're only talking about 4 or 5 coming in, really. So let's wait and see what happens. But what I don't want to happen is us to leave ourselves short for next season. But again, I'm getting ahead of myself. Paul Joyce has said this: Liverpool are looking to finalise a deal for Milos Kerkez, with Bournemouth seeking 45 million for the left back. So we're either somewhere between 40 million agreed or Bournemouth holding out for 45 million. But either way, this deal is going to be agreed very, very soon. We mentioned the other day, personal terms already sorted out. 5-year contract for Milos Kerkez. It's just over this last 5 million quid, it looks like. So I can't say whether we're at the stage that Graham Bailey is right with the 40 million or whether Paul Joyce is right that they're holding off for the 45 million. But either way, what I can say to you is it's going to be resolved in the next few days. Maybe even earlier actually on this one. Milos Kerkez, you could hear something today or tomorrow on it. Right, so I don't want to get into the plane tracking again, by the way, because again, there is a plane that's coming from Hungary into the UK, and is it him for medical? I don't know, but people do love to speculate about it on X. So let's get back to Wirtz for a second, because it wouldn't be an Anfield Agenda news roundup these days without a little bit on Florian. This piece here from Paul Joyce said Liverpool are looking to finalise the deal for Florian Wirtz. A club record bid of 109 million was tabled last week, which was rejected. Leverkusen are holding out for nearer 126, but as we mentioned, there was a bit of a breakthrough yesterday, and those valuations have come a little bit closer. So we know he's playing tonight in the Nations League. Will we hear something about it tonight? I wouldn't expect it. But football's mad, so you never know. Maybe in the mix zone after the game or something could happen. But staying with that and staying with Bayern Munich, let's have a look at this story here from Sport Witness. And again, this is about a player leaving Liverpool. They say that Sport Bild in Germany and Sport Witness have said that Cody Gakpo's agents are talking to Bayern Munich after holding an initial exchange 3 weeks ago. It has been suggested that the move from Liverpool will spark a reaction, or the move for Liverpool for Wirtz will spark a reaction for Bayern Munich, but we've mentioned a couple of times that they've been interested in Cody Gakpo. I have absolutely no idea whether Liverpool have any interest in selling Cody Gakpo or not, but what I do know is that interest from Bayern Munich is sincere. We spoke about the fact they were looking to bring in a wide player. We mentioned to you guys a few weeks ago that Cody Gakpo, the likes of Rafa Leao, Nico Williams, all been on Bayern Munich's radar since the Reds have stolen the march on Wirtz. So again, I can't say to you what Liverpool's thought processes here on Cody Gakpo are, but it's not great with both of our left-sided wingers being linked with moves away. I'm sure the club has, plans for A, B and C. Right, Liverpool sporting director Richard Hughes was technical director with Bournemouth, said Andy Hunter of The Guardian, when Kerkez was signed from AZ Alkmaar in 2023 and is leading talks with his former club to try and get this deal over the line. I do expect to have more on the Kerkez situation tonight at 8:45 when we're back live. So do join us for that one, ladies and gentlemen. Until then, I know we all want the Wirtz update, but today was always going to be a quiet one with him taking part in the Nations League. So tonight we'll give you more on Kerkez. If we have a Here We Go on Wirtz, of course, we'll let you know. But either way, look forward to catching up with you all at 8:45. Until then, thank you for watching. Have a great day. We'll talk soon.